Let's be honest, we all want to make an animation like this. Dynamic camera, clean movement, a scene that feels alive. But if you're anything like me, you've said it before, I suck. Or at least that's what it feels like. The truth is, you probably don't suck. You just don't have a workflow yet. That's what we're fixing today. I'll show you how I work inside Blender using just 2D tools in 3D space, with the right add-ons, the right mindset, and a repeatable system.
Quick break. In the description, there's a link to my Gumroad page. I've uploaded a folder full of sound effects you can use in your animations, all for the price of a cookie. Feel free to pay more if you want. It helps keep this channel alive and growing. Thanks.
All right, before we go too deep, let's talk about Grease Pencil. In Blender, there's a 2D animation mode. You might have seen it, maybe even clicked on it once and thought, cool, it's like drawing in Krita or Clip Studio. And yeah, it kinda is. You can draw, you can animate, you can onion skin, all that stuff. But here's the twist most people forget. Even when you're in 2D animation mode, you're already in 3D space. Yup, that's right. You're not drawing on a flat canvas. You're drawing on a plane that's attached to a camera. That panel moves with your view. That means, once you get comfortable here, you're already halfway into the 2D and 3D workflow. You just didn't know it yet. So no stress, we're not jumping in the full Blender wizardry. If you can draw in 2D mode, you've already got the base. So we just talked about how Grease Pencil already lives in 3D, but here's where things get really fun and a little confusing, unless you've got help. Say you're drawing in space. You placed your character right there on a surface, you're feeling good. Then you go to a new keyframe, maybe a different angle, new pose, new action. But wait, now you want to go back to frame 12 and add something. A line, a shadow, a second character. You go back and it's like, where was I even drawing? What angle was this? What cursed dimension is this plane in? This is exactly where Cursor Snapper saves your sanity. Cursor Snapper is an add-on that links directly to Grease Pencil. You place the 3D cursor exactly where you want to draw, and boom, it generates a drawing surface for you. But it's not just about making a new surface. It remembers where your old one was too. So if you return to a keyframe, Cursor Snapper will snap your drawing surface back to that exact location. No guessing, no pixel hunting in 3D space. And what's even cooler, you can tell it how the surface should be oriented. Facing the camera, lined up with the X or Y axis, or even just flat on the ground. So now, you're not just drawing in space, you're placing your drawings in space, like an animator with a 3D GPS.
Okay, let's talk camera work. Because if you're animating in 3D space, your camera is the difference between flat and fire. And this is where Storyliner comes in. Now, I personally use the paid version of an add-on called Storyliner, but don't worry, I'm only going to talk about the free version here because it already gives you a lot to work with. Storyliner lets you create multiple scenes, each with a different camera and focus point. You're basically creating a whole sequence of shots, but all within the same timeline. Every camera gets its own color label, which makes it super easy to stay organized. And when you want to jump back to a previous scene, you just click and boom, you're there. You can review it, fix the timing, or adjust your movement. Now the free version takes a bit of effort to move the camera smoothly at first. It's not drag and drop, but once you understand how it works, you're flying. And yeah, you can smooth the transitions between your shots so it flows more like a short film. If you want to preview your whole animation without a full render, just hit the Play Blast button in the render panel. It will stitch all your selected camera scenes together, fast and clean. And by the way, if you're looking for more free tools for better camera movement, I shared a few other tricks in my older videos. Check those out too. Now, before I figured this out, I used to do things the hard way. I would first render out the entire camera movement and then draw over it in a program like OpenToons. Never again. And look, that can work, but it's draining. You need a deep understanding of movement, like how many frames for this punch? How fast should this turn be? Will this line up with the camera or not? Basically, you need to be really skilled just to survive that workflow. With this new setup, I can adjust the camera and the drawing at the same time. If something doesn't feel right, I just tweak it on the fly.
You get more control, more freedom, and yeah, it's just way more beginner friendly. And lastly, I just want to thank every single one of you who subscribes. It's been such a fun journey so far. Reaching 1,000 subs was insane. I never thought I could make something and people would just appreciate it for what it is. I know I'm far from being one of the best animators out there, and honestly, that's okay. I stick to my simple style, but the best part is that it feels like I'm improving with you. One sketch, one tutorial, one animation dump at a time. Thank you for every comment. Even if it takes me a bit, I'll always try to reply. I love talking with you guys. You've become the people I know I can count on. And I hope you know you can always count on 5-star animations too. Love you all.